Call a member for Ballina.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to speak today about the Ballina koalas and koalas in crisis on the North Coast. The fate of our local koala population is hanging in the balance. According to WWF Australia, in New South Wales, the koala population fell by a total of 26% over the last 20 years. Koalas are currently listed as a vulnerable species in New South Wales. In Byron Shire, due to large-scale land clearing, coastal koala populations have been physically disrupted and cut off from the hinterland and their traditional geographical habitats over many decades, leaving isolated groups with restrictions on movement. The New South Wales Government urgently needs to take concerted action to save the koalas we have left in Byron and Ballina Shires. Although disease remains the biggest killer, Friends of the Koala reported a 25% increase in death by vehicle strike in its 2016-17 annual report. They reported that 86 koalas across the region from Tweed to Kyogle and the Richmond Valley died on our roads in the last year alone. Altogether, Friends of Koalas recorded 336 koala deaths on the North Coast in the last year. In Byron Shire, they recorded 60 deaths, with 25 koalas killed by disease, 19 by car hits and 5 from dog attacks. My colleague, Greens Upper House MP and koala protection spokesperson Dawn Walker, has highlighted the threat to the koala population around Bangalow from developments such as the proposed food hub on Bangalow Road, and she is fighting to improve the future for all koalas in New South Wales. Dawn Walker has called on the New South Wales Government to use specially trained sniffer dogs to identify koala colonies before areas are cleared. In 2016, the Government announced a team of sniffer dogs would be used to find threatened species as part of our Saving Our Species program, but as of this year, only 3 have been trained to detect koalas and a 4th is in training. The Greens have become aware that not one of the 3 dogs that have been trained is being used in state forests before logging commences. We are calling for the creation of a Great Koala National Park near Coffs Harbour. At Mission Vale, I have been supporting residents as they try to cope with the building of the Pacific Highway upgrade, which is literally in their front yard. I have visited Mission Vale and met with residents multiple times in the last 3 years, and I have seen the impact of the preparation for the highway upgrade on the wildlife and on the lives of the residents. I've made many representations on the community's behalf about the effects of this highway upgrade to the RMS and to the Minister for Roads. I cannot overstate how strongly this upgrade is affecting the lives of residents in terms of problems with dust, vibration, noise and traffic. At Mission Vale, the RMS is using steep wooden ramps that go up to gaps in wire mesh fences to try to give escape routes to wildlife caught in the road corridor, but they simply are not working. There's also been no scientific evidence that these contraptions will work. Local residents say they've seen wildlife smash themselves into the fences to try to get away from trucks and traffic. Local resident Maria Mates has kept records for Friends of the Koala and says that there have been at least 40 known koala deaths in this area since the 2015 population viability analysis study for the Pacific Highway Section 10 and the Ballina Koala Plan were written. Vehicle injury and habitat loss are factors, and many are ill from disease. By contrast, in Queensland, the Department of Transport and Main Roads is funding the Moreton Rail Koala Study. This is the type of study that residents of Mission Vale and conservationists are requesting the RMS to fund to save the Ballina koalas. The study in Queensland is in relation to a railing project. But in this case, they've engaged koala scientists to capture and radio collar koalas living in and around the rail corridor. They also conduct health tests of the koalas and monitor them. A team from Endeavour Veterinary Ecology, led by leading wildlife vet Dr John Hanger, have been working to fit every koala spotted within the Moreton Bay rail footprint and adjacent land with GPS radio collars, and each is given a health check. This team produces monthly reports, and the evidence shows that the combination of the monitoring and the health checks has helped improve the breeding population, so total numbers are expected to rise instead of falling. The New South Wales Government needs to fund a specific project into koala conservation in our area. Safe and effective wildlife crossings need to be constructed so koalas can get across the highway and other major roads. A program of vaccination needs to be set up for the surviving koala populations in Byron and Ballina to protect against chlamydia and retrovirus. There is so much that the New South Wales Government can do to protect our local populations of koalas, the very symbol of our country, and I'm calling on them to do it now before it is too late.